I previously talked about the audio moths. Today I'm going to talk about the trail cameras. Trail cameras is a way to have visual records of different animals. You can pick up cryptic species as well, and it's just a way to see stuff when you're not there. Because obviously we've got the game drawers, as I said before. We've got the audio moths, which picks up audio when you're not there, or you are there, but it keeps a record of it, which is a very cheap way. Trail cameras can be quite expensive, but it can last a while. So the battery life on trail cameras tend to be very long if you've charged your batteries correctly. So you can set them up and then leave them out a very long time, so you get a lot of data. Now, when you set up your trail camera, there is a menu, so you can take photos or you can take videos. There is something called recovery time, which is the minimum amount of time between two images. Usually you want this to be quite short because you might have something past the camera, and if it's a very long recovery time, you probably just get the ass of the animal, or maybe just the front, which is more useful than the ass if you want to try and ID what it is. You want to make sure you have the right date set and the right time set, so you have precise data and time for when you've seen all these animals in front of your camera. When you're setting it up, you want it to be a minimum of a meter above ground. If you want to set it higher, depending on what type of animals you're looking for, I guess you can do that. If you're setting it on a tree, you want it at least minimum 2 meters away from the trail. At least that's what our specific field course needed. You also want to make sure there's no interference in front of the camera. My group, other groups as well, but my group had about 700 videos of just tall grass waving in front of the camera, which can probably be a pain in the ass to have to go through. The water source and the trails are areas which you have a higher possibility of capturing an animal on your camera. There's different ways of setting your cameras. You can set them up randomly, or you can set them up in grids. When I was in New Zealand, we set them up in grids, and that actually helped us sort of identify territories of different kiwis that we had. We also figured out that we had more kiwis than we thought we did with the help of the camera, and now we've got a visual record of these different kiwis, which is pretty fucking cool. We also got to see possums. Apparently, when the possums meet up like this, it means it's called a possum nightclub, which I find interesting. We also saw a wild boar, which then helped us to, do conservation work. I won't say it on here because it's a bit controversial. What's done has to be done. In Kenya, my group we got a hyena, we had vervet monkeys, and we had dig-digs on camera, which I don't know if I can have on screen. Last but not least, trail cameras are a great tool for conservation.